I coined the term when I was in Nam. Um, I guess you might realize this now, but every time a Marine was killed, and even soldiers, but I didn't know about the soldiers. Every time a Marine was killed, the first thing we did was we wrapped him up in his own poncho. And then in most places, the chopper would come in right away, and we would take the Marines in his poncho or the Marines and just throw them on a chopper, and they were gone. I mean, this happened real fast. I mean, sometimes a person could be killed, a Marine could be killed, and 10, 20 minutes later, he's on his way out of there in his own poncho. And I coined the term then, because every Marine had what they called a rotation date, the day he would go home if he survived. We each had a date. My date was July 23rd. We called it, I would rotate out on that date. So I called, when a Marine got killed and he was wrapped in his poncho rotation. I coined that term. And there are some really powerful photos. Next time maybe you'll actually see Marines wrapped in their own ponchos. And they're just, being waited, they're just there, and the next thing is they'll be thrown on a chopper and they start their journey home. I know for a fact that they take them out of those ponchos and they put them in body bags, and then they put them in coffins. I know all of that firsthand. But I coined this word poncho, or this phrase poncho rotation. And I actually wrote a story called Poncho Rotation. Someday you might have it. And so everything comes around. Like what happened is recently there was an art show out in East Hampton called War and Peace. And they got in touch with me, the artists, and they said, would you come down and would you put on display some of the crosses that, and some of the panels? So I did it. We went down with some of the veterans, and we actually we put out a display of crosses out on the lawn, and inside we put panels of the fallen. We put up an American flag and a Marine Corps flag. And I went to the reception, and while I was there, an artist came over to me, one of the artists, and said, look, I'd like to do a show, it would only be about the fallen. I said, all right, so we started talking, and the show is actually going to be in mid-April, this April 17, 18, and 19 in East Hampton at a gallery. And this guy that's putting the show together, the curator, says, after talking to me and seeing some photographs, oh, by the way, the name of the show is Poncho Rotation. So here we go.